Hello everyone, welcome to the Anime Recap Media YouTube channel. Please like the video, subscribe to help our channel and enjoy this full video.
Mash finding out how the coin system worked. Soon after which he and Finn remembered that they had a potions assignment left to complete. That's when Lance Crown came to their aid. Lance Crown instructed them on how to silence a Mandragora and create a potion. But Mash was entirely unsuccessful in the endeavor. Firstly, he silenced the Mandragora by slapping it, followed by making Mandragora cream puffs instead of the potion for their assignment. Elsewhere, fans were given a glimpse of a new character named Dot Barrett, a hot-headed and obnoxious guy who was ready to fight someone in a blink of a second. At the same time, students of Lang Dorm were seen having a meeting as they planned to steal coins from the Adler Dorm students to become divine visionaries. The next day, the Adler and Lang Dorm students were to take part in a joint class where Dot happened to meet Mash and was left raging upon seeing that Lemon Irvine, a cute girl, was fawning over him. Moments later, the teacher arrived and instructed them to kill forest scorpions and acquire the stone on their forehead, which would win them coins. Just then, Lang Dorm student Silva headed over to Mash and hurt him. However, Mash was much more concerned about the cream puff he had in his pocket. As the class began, the students walked into the forest, and Mash instantly got separated from Lance, only to end up with Dot. Both of them heard a girl scream for help as they headed over to her. Dot rescued the girl and was instantly charmed by her. She used her magic to get Dot to fall for her, following which she tried the same on Mash but failed. As Dot tried to learn more about the girl's situation, Silva attacked them. To his surprise, Dot attacked him with a couple of strong fire magic spells. Nevertheless, Silva was able to defend himself and launched a counterattack, which happened to knock a cream puff out of Mash's hands. Silva telling Dot if he can survive 5 hits from his magic, he'll leave the girl alone and wager 1 silver coin. He wants to extend the bet to Mash, but Dot refuses and says he'll take the hits for both. Dot withstands all the hits but falls unconscious before he gets Silva's silver coin. Dot tells Mash to take the girl and run, but she reveals she's been working alongside Silva. Silva and the girl mock Dot for his wasted effort, and Mash throws a cream puff into Silva's mouth. He demands Silva let him take part in his 10-hit challenge. Meanwhile, Lance worries about Mash's safety and breakdowns down the different types of mages. Before Silva could hurt Dot further, Mash intervenes. Mash unleashes his triceps magic to fight off Silva's stone magic. Mash tells Silva he has 8 more hits to endure if he wants to win. Suddenly, a giant forest scorpion arrives and Silva plans to flee while it fights Mash. Mash flings the scorpion away, shocking everyone. Silva submits, and the girl accompanying him tries to cry her way out of a beating. Mash slams her to the ground because he's not fooled by her lies, and treats everyone equally. Mash collects the Starstone coins the scorpion left behind, and reunites with Lance, Finn, and Lemon. Dot apologizes to Mash for the stuff surrounding Silva and the girl. Lance tells Mash that people from Lang's dorm are after Adler's dorm coins. Lance believes a war between the dorms has begun with Lang's elites, the Magia Lupus, taking charge. Something glows in Mash's pocket and with Silva's coin and the 2 extracted from the scorpion, Mash now has 1 gold coin. He tells Mash that Magia Lupus consist of 7 distinguished students, but Lance warns Mash to stay close to friends since he has a gold coin now. Unfortunately, Mash finds himself lost in school the following day. At the same time, Silva gets scolded by Magia Lupus and their leader Lord Abel. Abel confirms they're collecting coins to rid the world of impurities. Abel turns Silva into a marionette with his magic, and we learn that his mother is one too. The episode concludes with Mash accidentally breaking Magia Lupus's door and mocking Abel's mother's appearance. Abel recognizes him as the student that got a gold coin and asks him on why he wants to be a divine visionary, and Mash explains that it's because he wants to live peacefully with his family. Abel explains that divine visionaries are vessels of God's divinity, and if Abel becomes a divine visionary, he will return the world to its rightful form. Humanity flourished because they devoured and used the weak, however now they are sheltering them and fighting for equality. He states that humans are beasts and the law of nature is that the strong devour the weak. Mash understands his words as that he too wants to live in peace. Abel takes his words as hostility, but Mash apologizes as it wasn't his intention. Abel agrees to let Mash go in exchange of his gold coin, but Mash refuses. Abel then attacks him using Silva's puppet. Mash slams the puppet on the ground, cutting its cords, which reverts Abel's magic and returns Silva back to human. Mash doesn't find the puppet to be of challenge, but then another bigger and stronger puppet grabs him from behind. Mash is surprised by its strength and only watches it as it takes his coin and throws it at Abel. After the puppet releases Mash, he ends up stepping on Silva, and decides to take him to the nurse office. Abel wonders if he is giving up on his coin and Mash explains that he isn't, but it's prioritizing Silva. But no matter how strong Abel is, Mash doesn't intend on losing. After Mash leaves, Abel feels something isn't right. He then notices that his puppet is missing a button. He checks the coin he got and sees it's the button. One of the Magia Lupus members, Love Cute, isn't sure what she saw is real. The moment the puppet threw the coin, she saw Mash rip the puppet button with his mouth and spit it at such speed that it catch up and hit the gold coin. After that, Mash used his lungs to suck up the coin. Silva wakes up at the nurse office and has no memories of anything after he became a doll. He sees Mash on the floor exercising and guesses that he brought him here and wonders why. Mash states that when one of them is in trouble, they all are in trouble, but ends up biting his tongue and leaves after that. Back at Adler's room 302, Lance and Dot are staring at each other. Finn wonders what are they doing in his room and wants them to leave. Lance and Dot start get annoyed by each other and start arguing and prepare to fight. Mash then comes in breaking the door and tells them that if they intend to break something, to go outside. Moments later, Lemon bringing bad news and asks them to come with her. She takes them to the magic scale that displays how many gold coins each dorm has and points out that Lang dorm has 15 gold coins, while the other 2 dorms has 1 gold coin each. Lang has been taking the other dorm coins and all Adler upperclassmen that could stop them are away for off-campus internship. At this rate, Lang dorm will produce the next divine visionary. Orca dorm are devoted to their research, which leaves only Adler to try and stop Lang. Mash, Lance and Dot then agree to do it. Wahlberg needs to reprimand Mash for his action, even if it's just superficial, and puts him on cleaning the owl's hut for 1 week. Lance decides to join Mash and help him, as it's possible that Lang attack Mash. At the same time, 2 Magia Lupus members, Olor Andrew and Answer Shinri, are heading towards Mash to obtain his coin. The 2 then attack Mash and Lance. Olor uses Sea Field, creating small sea area under Mash and making him fall in it. Answer uses Shurikith, and throws a large shuriken at Lance, but he dodges. The Magia Lupus members then introduce themselves and explain that they are there for their gold coin. Mash complains that he can't swim, but Olor tells him to not worry as he will join him soon. He then uses Sea Shark and turns himself into a shark and jumps into the water with Mash. Answer again uses Shurikith on Lance, who easily dodges, and seeing that Answer uses magic to only control the shuriken, he realizes he will easily stop him with his gravity magic. However, just before he casts it, he sees some owls around Answer and stops, since his sister may complain that he hurt them. Answer uses Shurikith double and seeing owls behind him, Lance decides to take on the attack. Answer recognizes that Lance is from the Crown family due to his magic wand. He heard that the eldest son ran off, but he can't believe he was that weak. Lance uses Gravioli, but only causes a shovel to fall. Answer then explains how good it feels to overwhelm the weak. He uses Shurikith triple, but feels something is off. He then notices that all the owls are gathered on one place. Lance then uses Gravioli, which makes the shurikens hit the ground and break. Lance explains that the owls were in a way, so he had to move them. Answer then realizes that he used the shovel to open a bag of feed, which lured all owls there, and that he wasn't attacking him all this time because he was worried about the owls. Angry, Answer brings out a new shuriken and attacks with large Shurikith, his strongest spell, but it gets easily smashed by Gravioli. Lance states that those who fight for themselves never stand a chance against his determination to save his little sister. Meanwhile, Olor is in his sea field, laughing that Mash can never escape his endless sea. Suddenly something passes by him with a large speed, but he refuses to believe that could be Mash, since humans can only swim at maximum 10 km per hour. Mash again passes by him, shocking Olor and recalling that Mash said he can't swim. Mash then passes by again and states he actually could swim more than he thought. Seeing Mash swimming around him, Olor thinks that this is how it must feel when he hunts other people. He decides to become serious and uses Sea Shark evolution, transforming himself into a monstrous shark. However, Mash starts punching him and easily defeats him. Lance takes a gold coin from Olor, feeling that if Magia Lupus are this strong then have a chance. Another Magia Lupus member, Abyss Razor, shows up, stating that they are jumping to conclusions. In an instant Abyss then gets behind Mash and Lance. Lance uses Gravioli, but realizes he can't use magic. Mash prepares for a dash. Abyss tries to explain that he is there only to take their allies. However, Mash rushes at him and attempts to punch him, since he is quite menacing. In an instant however, Abyss teleports behind Lance, dodging Mash's attack. He apologizes for being menacing, but wanted a small glimpse and is only there to retrieve his allies. Abyss then leaves, stating they will meet another day. Lance takes his words back and states that crushing Magia Lupus would be worthwhile. Outside, Abyss notices that his mask cracks. He notes that Mash had incredible speed and no magic, which makes him the same type as him.
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.